In Myanmar, the sidewalk is the undisputed center of culinary life. From dawn to well after dark, these corners are alive with people eating. But why is the side of the road the primary engine of the country's food culture? While global dining trends lean towards sterile chains and delivery apps, these open-air stalls remain immovable. They have resisted the modern pressure of culinary homogenization by remaining physically tethered to the street. To a visitor, this looks like a chaotic sprawl, an unplanned collection of carts, low tables, and boiling pots competing for space in the traffic. Understanding these setups requires looking past the menu. These carts represent a strategic negotiation of limited urban space, anchoring the daily geography of the neighborhood. These stalls function as the literal fuel pumps of the city. By operating on the exact same vital, congested arteries as the buses and commuters, they provide the energy that keeps the city's machinery in motion. This machinery hits peak capacity at sunrise. During the morning rush, the street food scene operates as a highly efficient logistical system designed to mobilize a waking city. This chart illustrates the functional logic of the pavement. When you compare an average daily wage to the cost and speed of a street-side meal, the economic efficiency is undeniable. The system is built on 3 pillars: unparalleled convenience, extreme affordability, and instant choice. The morning staple is mohinga. When you look closely at this bowl, you see a complex fish broth, rice noodles, and crispy fritters. It allows a worker to consume a deeply flavored, nutrient-dense meal in minutes without interrupting their commute. The diversity of the menu supports this speed. A single wicker tray often holds a dozen varieties of fritters and samosas, providing the rapid, inexpensive energy required for physical labor. The morning street scene acts as a vital piece of urban infrastructure. It physically enables the workday by sustaining the thousands of people who keep the city running. These stalls also act as a living demographic map. Under these umbrellas, you see a convergence of regional origins, with menus shifting based on the specific ethnic or geographic background of the vendors. However, informality brings uncertainty. Without standardized corporate oversight, the hygiene, quality, and flavor profiles vary wildly from one stall to the next. Locals solve this lack of regulation through social vetting. They develop intense word-of-mouth loyalty to specific, proven vendors over months or even years. This dynamic changes the nature of the meal. A purchase is rarely a simple transaction. It is an ongoing relationship built on mutual trust between the vendor and the regular customer. Mastering the urban food ecosystem requires this local knowledge. When you see customers sitting on these low red stools in such close proximity to the vendor, you are seeing a community-vetted institution at work. When the sun sets, the rhythm of the pavement changes. The urgency of the morning fades, and the streets take on a lingering pace. This is the emergence of the third place, a social environment distinct and separate from both the home and the workplace. The evening stalls provide this essential space. It is where people gather to decompress, share the news of the day, and connect with their neighbors in the open air. For a few hours, the neighborhood reclaims the concrete sidewalk, transforming the pavement into a communal living room for the surrounding streets. Sitting on tiny plastic stools around a shared grill solves the modern problem of urban isolation. It forces a rare face-to-face human connection. On the pavement, the usual hierarchies of the office or the home tend to fade. You will see taxi drivers and business executives sharing the same low stools, governed by the same unspoken rules of the road. Look back at the archival streets from decades ago, and you see the exact same patterns. This informal commerce is an ingrained cultural constant, reflecting the resilience of a population that has spent generations eating on the move. Around these carts, the grand economic shifts and the minor joys of daily life are visible to everyone. Choosing a street stall means engaging with the actual pulse of Myanmar. The flavor is inseparable from the collective effort, the history of the pavement, and the people beside you. The next time you find yourself at a busy intersection, take a moment to look at the community built around the carts.